Hello, all you drama enthusiasts. Welcome to the meeting. This is Angie's Drama Room, and I am your meeting host, Angie. Today is going to be our weekly roundup. I used to call it midweek roundup but at the point now it's no longer on a midweek, so I just call it my weekly roundup. K dramas or Korean dramas that either I have finished watching, still watching, or just stopped watching. And this one is going to be 5 Korean dramas. Let's start with a drama that I have completely watched from beginning to end, and that's Undercover High School. This one they're classifying it as an action comedy. But with Undercover High School, it wasn't the worst. However, it had its merits. What was it about? Is basically he goes undercover. He's an NIS agent. He goes undercover into a high school in order to find fool's gold. Eccentric billionaire, I guess, want to call him, hid gold in this school. So now he was tasked to go in there and find it. Previously, it was tasked by his father, but the father went missing 20 years ago during this task after he found out about that. So that's his task. This was his task to go in there to find basically fool's gold. Going to this seems like it wasn't much of a connection between him and the female lead. She wasn't. She was actually pretty good too, but it seemed like it was like he had his thing going, she had her thing going, and every once in a while they threw them together in order to pull romantic part of the story. So that's kind of how that went. All right, so let's go to divorce insurance. Yeah, so with divorce insurance, it is what it is. It's strictly a slapstick comedy, straightforward. They classify it as a rom com. No, strictly a slapstick comedy. There's no rhyme and reason to the show, and to me, it's 100% product placement, idol type drama. This is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of a variety writer who turned into trying to write a script because they had a lot of variety type things like we had Run BTS or these variety shows. They put them in certain situations. That's kind of how it was. Let's throw that's in there. Let's throw the karaoke. Let's throw the team drinking. Let's throw in. They threw in cafe, the internet cafe thing. They threw in grocery shopping. The only thing I really kind of do enjoy was basically getting even with the ex-husband. Okay, with our female lead there. Again, it starred Lee Dong Wook. I like Lee Dong Wook. I like him. So the show wasn't the worst just because he's in it. But yeah, kind of going back to watch it because of him being in it. So that's kind of how it is. Divorce insurance. It is what it is. Take it as you will. If you like any of these actors that are in it, then you would go ahead and watch it. That's it. There's nothing much more to it. Let's talk about Buried Heart. Now, this one, they're talking of it to be a revenge tragedy. So more of a thriller type of drama. Let's see here. It's on Hulu. I think it's on Disney Plus, but it's also airing on Hulu. And I think when I started to watch it, now this one stars Park Hyun Sik, right? Um, he actually is better. I like him better on this type of genre than his idol dramas he's done. I came in on the 6th episode. However, I watched the first two. I skipped to the fifth. I know where it was going, right? But now with the fifth and sixth episode, they kind of they made it a little bit more too complicated. They made it a little bit too complicated, so I kind of just dropped it. You kind of understand where things were going, but again, that's kind of how the show was working. And yeah, I kind of dropped it. Maybe I'll go back. I don't know, but at this point, I dropped that one. The Art of Negotiation. Yes, if you don't know this one's coming off of our male lead here, Lee Jin Hoon, which was from Taxi Driver 1, 2, and I think it's coming out of Taxi Driver 3, which is basically Taxi Driver was another revenge type show. I think that's the reason why it was so popular. The Art of Negotiation is what it is. It's a boardroom drama. It tells about how negotiation happens. In American, trying to read subtitles, it got confusing, trying to follow the narrative. But however, he has this white hair. White hair is working for him. if you want to go with that. But again, the stories that they were telling about how they negotiate certain things. Actually, those are pretty good. It's like an ensemble cast. So there are a lot of well-known actors that are in it. It's just a ensemble cast type of show, and it's actually pretty good. I am still watching it. Then let's talk about Hyper Knife, right? Hyper Knife. This one, of course, stars Park Yu Bin, right? Hyperknife is, let's see here, they're classifying it as a medical crime thriller, which, yeah, I'll work with you on that. So with Park Yu Bin's, what she is, I won't necessarily classify her as a psychopath, maybe more of a sociopath, going into the verge of being a psychopath. What's the difference? Psychopath is when you have violent tendencies, which she did. However, she only did it based on if somebody harms her. So, but yet she was more of a social path where she's narrow minded. She's one track mind. She's narrowed in focus. She loves her job as a neurosurgeon, and she just wants to be this neurosurgeon. She want to be taught by our this doctor here, Si Kon Ju. So and so and that's her. That was her thing, one track. But then if somebody hurts her, she has a tendency to get violent with that person. So she got violent with her mentor, almost strangled him, right? But then he told her to leave and don't come back because yeah, he almost strangled her. Then she's trying to plead for her to come back to get mentored by him again, but he threw her out. So now she's like a rogue surgeon out there just trying to get do surgeries because that's her, that's in her. Then the psychopathic tendencies come in where she's sitting there killing people. So it reminds me of Dexter, right? Dexter was a serial murderer, right? So that kind of reminds me of that. But however, supposedly the only reason why she does it is because the person was doing something to her. So she ended up trying to do this to them. I may still kind of continue to watch it, but did kind of drop it. But I may go back and watch that. All right, so those are the 5 Korean dramas. Either I completely watched, stopped watching, or in the middle of watching. Tell me what you think. Go ahead and leave a comment and let me know which one of these 5 dramas that you are in the middle of watching and what you think about that one of those dramas that you are watching. Leave a comment. Thank you for watching. Media adjourned.